This is it, what? Cohiba lit, what? We got that yak up in the cup and getting bent, what? Put some smoke in the air, this your shit, what? And raise your glasses if everything classic. This is it, what? That Chiba lit, what? You got some drink up in your cup and getting bent, what? So put some smoke in the air, this your shit, what? And raise your glasses if everything classic. Stogie light in it.
You were tuned in to G5 Jeff TV. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button as you come on in. This upcoming Saturday, we have multiple cards going down. A lot of different fighters is going to be in the ring, names that you know. But the fight that I'm talking about today on this video is Tony Harrison versus Bryant Perrella, main event, PBC on Fox. And you are listening to the official breakdown and prediction video for Tony Harrison versus Bryant Perrella. Now, Tony Harrison is one of my favorite fighters in the sport because he's a pure boxer, and he talks shit. I like my fighters that talk shit. You know what I'm saying? So, big shout out to Tony Harrison. Now, unfortunately, and you see this with a lot of PBC fighters, they're coming off of long layoffs, extremely long layoffs. Tony Harrison lost to Jamel Charlo in their rematch. That was December 21st, 2019. So that's a long layoff. That's a long layoff for any fighter. And back in the day, really the only person you seen with these long layoffs and not lose a beat is really Floyd. Floyd to be out for a year and a half, 2 years. He come back and don't miss a beat. Not all fighters are able to do that. So, of course, you know, Tony Harrison had a lot of family things going on and things like that. And I'm not going to really hash on that. But, you know, when life happens, you got to take a step back and handle, you know, personal business. So I do understand that completely. But the first thing is going to be the ring rust. More so for Tony Harrison than Bryant Perrella. Bryant Perrella, he was in the ring February 15th, 2020. Lost a highly controversial fight to Abel Ramos. For the people that don't remember, Bryant Perrella was ahead on the cards in the last round, which was the 10th round. And Abel Ramos knocked him down twice in the 10th round. And the referee, Jack Reese, stopped the fight literally with 1 second left in the last round. And I think we all remember the Chavez, the famous Chavez fight where Mildred Taylor was stopped in the last seconds of that fight. So it was kind of reminiscent of that. And a lot of people felt like Bryant Perrella got robbed. Was he in trouble? Yes, he was in trouble. Did he get knocked down twice? Yes, he got knocked down twice. But when you stop a fight, you are stopping it because you feel like the fighter A can't continue, or B, the fighter will not be able to defend themselves. And Jack Reese might have felt that way, and obviously he did because that's why he stopped the fight. But when it is 1 second left on the clock in the final round, nothing is going to happen to Bryant Perrella in 1 second that's going to change anything. Bryant Perrella would have been able to defend himself for 1 second. He would have been able to continue for 1 second. Abel Ramos was not going to land a kill shot with 1 second left. Like, I can't imagine taking a loss like that. Like, that's crazy. Like, I literally messaged Bryant Perrella on Instagram and I told him I thought it was just horrible. And the thing with Jack Reese, sometimes he's on, sometimes he's off, sometimes he's too into the fight, like too hands on, and sometimes he's, you know, not hands on enough when it comes down to officiating fights. I just found it crazy because I'm like, Jack Reese is the same person that gave Tyson Fury an opportunity against Wilder. But the Perrella fight that knockdown wasn't nearly as bad as the Wilder knockdown against Tyson Fury, and he stopped that one. So it's just, even with the referees, it's like it's subjective on when they stop a fight and when they let a guy continue. Like, there's no one set reason to stop a fight or no one set reason for them to let a fighter continue, man. So it's, I felt like Perrella got robbed in that fight, even though Abel Ramos did his thing in the final round. But you don't stop a fight with 1 second left. That's just my main point with that. But that fight was at 147 for Bryant Perrella, and Perrella is moving up to 154. Facing Tony Harrison in your first fight at 154 pounds, that is one hell of a task. One hell of a task. Bryant Perrella is a good fighter, good boxer. But when you're going up in weight class and you're facing Tony Harrison, that's going to be problems. Because when a guy goes up in weight, I am all for a guy taking a fight just to get acclimated to the weight. As my brother BoxingFirst Vlog says all the time, a cupcake. You know what I'm saying? Or someone that's lesser competition just to get yourself acclimated. But Perrella's like jumping into the lion's den. Like, he's really, really just jumping into the line of fire going up against Tony Harrison. Now, technically, in this fight, both guys are boxers. So the styles should fit comfortably for both of them. Like, both of them are going to be able to box. The key to this fight is Tony Harrison and his ability to walk guys down. Now, you don't see that a lot from Tony Harrison because he's a pure boxer. But before he got stopped in that Jermell Charlo fight, Tony Harrison was walking down Jermell Charlo for good portions of that fight and being an effective aggressor in that second fight. So I know Tony Harrison has the ability to do that. So this fight is really just a matter of how much ring rust does Tony Harrison have. Second thing, I want to see early on, can Tony Harrison take a shot? It's been a while since he, been in the ring. He got stopped in his last fight against Jermell Charlo. Big shout out to Jermell for pulling that victory off. But those are the two main things that I'm looking for with Tony Harrison. Ring rust, and can he take that initial early shot that Perrella probably going to land within the first 3 rounds. If Tony Harrison can do that, I see Tony Harrison eventually showing Bryant Perrella that he's the bigger guy and he's going to win this fight. Now, for Bryant Perrella, if he can really test Tony Harrison early and really kind of just turn up the pace against Tony Harrison, I think he'll have a shot. But the only way Bryant Perrella is going to really beat Tony Harrison, in my personal opinion, is unless he completely turns into an aggressive fighter. I've never seen anyone, even though Tony Harrison has multiple losses, I can honestly say that I don't think Tony Harrison has ever been outboxed in terms of just being a pure boxer. I haven't seen him be outboxed by anybody, outboxed, outclassed. Now, he'll get hit with a shot and go down, get hit with a shot and get stopped. But in terms of just pure boxing ability, I haven't seen anybody purely just outbox Tony Harrison. So the best style that Perrella has is not better than Tony Harrison's boxing. Bryant Perrella is a pure boxer, but he can't box better than Tony Harrison. So it's either he's going to have to turn into the aggressor and get it that way, or he's going to be on the short end of the stick when it comes down to just pure boxing ability. I got Tony Harrison stopping Bryant Perrella in the 7th round. But I do think it's going to be a competitive fight. But I think Tony Harrison is going to start walking down Bryant Perrella midway through the fight. And I'm going to say round 7, he gets Bryant Perrella up out of there, TKO. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. G5 Jeff TV, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Please share this video, support your boy. Support good content at all times. I appreciate y'all. Peace.